Been a really busy day today. I just found something on my desk. It's a pen from the Artesian where my daughter-in-law works. Now, what is the significance of this pen? Well, I'll tell you. My grandson Walter brought 2 paper bags with little cards he made, and I had 2 or 3 little packs of crackers and this pen is a gift, and I forget what he gave my wife Linda. My point is this, and I'm going to find something to go ahead and mount that on and hang it on the wall. I'll make a little frame for it or something, black velvet, and glue it to it, I think, and a little caption. When a child gives you something, yesterday Tigger gave me hugs. It made my day, and I was feeling pretty bad physically yesterday. Actually real bad. I'm better today. What you do is you cherish those little gifts, because that might be all that child has to give you. When I was going to do this vlog in the house with my new camera. I'm using my old one. The reason I'm not, I've got to get this uploaded. While it's uploading, I've got to take these and put them in a container in the camera box for the new camera, and then take the ones that are in there and put them on the charger. I'm using basically 12 rechargeable AA batteries for that camera. But it was just easier to do it now. I was going to do some stuff in here. It's too late in the day. I'll go try to convince my granddaughter to give me a haircut that I desperately need, and then change into shorts and tennis shoes and easier wearing clothes. And I'll have to go get Brandon later. When I do, my oldest son, we'll go put fuel in Linda's car. Linda's having problems. Her right leg is swollen up. I think she's probably got bursitis. I don't have bursitis in my legs because I don't have a bursa in either one of them. That's that little kind of a bag that lubricates between the bones. Both my knees are bone on bone, and when I use one cane like today, it's a wonder I'm walking at all. And there's Linda's one remaining rooster, letting everybody know. Linda and I went to breakfast, and then we went and checked on Matt, Mike, and Jerry, and our son Chris. They've all been working today. We caught Jerry and Chris in at the snake pit. Jerry was putting his backhoe up. They had a water main break, and City of Davis wasn't very helpful. Oh, somebody tried getting into my computer again. It took me a year to finally figure out how to make that thing do a chime instead of growling noises. I mean, like a machine gun was killing something. I have more people go after my computers than most people would believe. I'm a popular guy, and I'm sorry for fidgeting right now. I'm trying to get everything set up. Yep, got 4 right here. I got to make sure they don't get mixed up with the other ones, and when the other ones get done charging, I'll have 8 fresh batteries for my new camera. Really like that thing. It would probably look better on the vlog using it, but I made a decision actually this morning. I'm going to use that new camera to do travel logs and stuff, and I like it. I like it better than the expensive one I've got in the corner. And I bought a little toolbox, plastic toolbox, yesterday to put it in with all the gizmos that go with it. And I'm real happy with it. I like this camera right there, but it is getting worn out. That thing, I've had that camera for probably 11 years, and it's the first issue of that Sony Handycam. They've got them in Walmart now, but I bought it off of Samantha Williams, or Chad. It was Samantha. They had Sulphur Pawn Shop, and I bought it off of her then for 90 bucks. You know, we weren't living here yet. We were still living at her old house at Darty, and it's been a good camera. I've had to rebuild most of it once, and it still works, and that's just due to me being careless and knocking it off of the desk into the floor. But anyway, we saw Jerry and Chris at the snake pit, and Jerry said he was going to his house and getting in the cool. I called him on the way home from Walmart a bit ago, and just to make sure he kept his word and he was going home and getting in the cool, and he said, yeah, I may even take a nap. And I told him I would too if I ever slept, and I was only half joking. But after we saw Chris and Jerry at the snake pit, we met up with my youngest adopted son, Matt's mother and sister, 2 absolutely gorgeous women. And I told his mother, and I don't know her name, I'm going to have to find out later, but his sister Sarah is just as sweet as she can be, and they're really good people. And they're going to be at church tomorrow morning. I will be too if they have to carry me in there. But anyway, I asked his mom, when did you have him, when you were 6 years old? She said, no, when I was 10. And it was all in good humored fun, but she's a beautiful woman. And it's just, you know, they got out his, I think it was his sister Sarah's pickup that they were in. I saw it last time she was down or up here from Dallas. They live in Dallas. My goal eventually is to help Matt get him moved up here. I'm chiseling away at things a little at a time. My next step, oh, I can do equipment stuff, but my next step, I been looking for graph paper, chart paper for writing the notes down, and then suddenly, you know, it's like, boom, it hit me. I told Linda before I just needed to write tabs, and I'll show you the book I'm going to write it on. I don't have to have just a regular notebook, and I'll leave that out, and that way I'll remember that that's what I'm using it for. I can write tabs on that. The keyboards are on a little desk, and I can move it to one side and have that down there so I can write what I'm wanting to do. You can write tabs for a keyboard too. Doing the denotation's a little much, but I can. Most people don't understand something. There's 3 ways to write actual music, and the first is notes, learning what a half note, quarter note, what a treble clef, a bass clef, where the notes get placed on the staff paper. That's the first way, and that is the quote unquote proper way. Now some guys came up with what they call tablature for a guitar, and you can use tabs for guitar. Well, the third way to write music is with music shorthand, and I don't know how to do that. I can write and read tabs in regular printed music. Mozart is the one that came up with music shorthand. He was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart had been invited to the king's palace, and Saliani, I think, I would have to look it up. I think that's what his name was, the court composer, evidently, and I've read on him, and I saw the movie Amadeus and all that. Great movie, I think. But anyway, Mozart ridiculed him constantly, and that's because he considered the court composer a hack. But he created musical shorthand so he could denote stuff as he wanted to without the court composer understanding what he is writing, because the court composer spied on him. He stole many of the compositions that Mozart composed, and so he figured a way around it. I do have friends that do read musical shorthand, one of which is a guy that I love with my whole heart. His name's Sean Jones. A friend of mine lives out in California. I post his videos on Facebook quite a bit. He's a blues player extraordinary in my opinion, and he's a good singer too. He's let me remember her name. Just slipping, my brain's going. I'm old. And the other guy I know that reads musical shorthand is Rick Vito, another friend of mine. He lives outside of Nashville. He still records. He's still a studio musician. He was a guitarist for Fleetwood Mac for a number of years. He and Waddy Watchell would trade off. Let me get a sip. I never learned musical shorthand. I just didn't. But you can use tablature for both keyboards and guitar and violin. Anything you want to play. I'll just have to come in here tomorrow after church, maybe Monday, come in here, sit down, and see what I can come up with. But I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty quick. I've got to go get Bo about 5 o'clock, I think. Something like that. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I hope it does. We need a bunch of it. Linda and I went by to look at the lake at Fun Valley, and it's down to nothing. Matt's dog Lee can jump like that, and water, you know, just comes up to about his back in some places. He doesn't even have to swim. He can just jump and run. I can see the bed of the lake through the water. Jerry drove across Honey Creek with Matt in his pickup the other day, you know, and that's kind of sad. There's so much these guys are doing and so much they've got to do. I'm just glad I'm not really involved in it. I've got my own things I need to take care of, and I'm not getting to spend the amount of time I would like to spend with my wife. And that, it bothers me, and the days are coming up when we will get to. We're not there yet. I haven't really looked at headlines today. I briefly looked at my laptop in the house this morning. Then Linda and I got dressed and went to eat, and then we had to go take care of other stuff. I've not had time to really look at anything, and I'm probably not going to get to until I get home from taking Bo. Like I said, got to go get my hair cut, take a shower, change into cooler clothing, put on some tennis shoes, slip my miniature hand cannon into my waist on my shorts, and go take care of things. Anyway, everyone watching this short, fat, crippled, old, ugly man loves you with my whole heart. I do. I want God to bless you with my whole heart. I do. And like the sign says up there, that sign, be kind. Bye.